Hey there folks, this is Josh, Stony Ridge Farmer. Welcome back to the farm. Today we're going to be helping out some neighbors. This is Doodle and Poncho, and we're going to be fixing up their driveway. So if you see right here, the driveway is absolutely hammered with grass, and it's just been what, probably 20 years since the driveway's been reworked. Ventrac was nice enough, and if you guys caught yesterday's video, Ventrac was nice enough to lend us the power rake, and this is the power rake from Ventrac. We'll get into more detail about that. It's basically a grinder that just grinds up all this old gravel, and we'll refinish this driveway. This is kind of your before picture, and we'll give you an after picture. We'll talk about how this thing works, and it's super nice of Ventrac to help me out, so I'm going to help out a neighbor. All right? Woo! Stony Ridge Farm, Stony Ridge, Stony Ridge Farm. Alright guys, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time to the Stony Ridge Farm channel, please be sure pound that like button, subscribe to the channel. We've got a lot more cool stuff like this. It's super awesome to be able to help a neighbor out who's on a fixed income, and the area that we're going to be working up is just too small to get in here with a box scrape or get in here with a conventional landscape rake or a big old tractor. So what we're going to use here is the power rake from Ventrac. And the Ventrac guys, if you didn't catch the video, there'll be a link at the end of the video here, but the Ventrac guys were nice enough to send this down with their factory rep so that we could help out a neighbor. Super duper cool. We'll give you a little overview of this thing, but this is basically good for seed bed prep, good for garden prep, good for prepping a new lawn, good for fixing a spot that's bare that the grass won't grow, and it works awesome on a driveway. So what we'll do is work it up with this Ventrac power rake, and then we'll go get the landscape rake and dress it up, back and forth, and make this driveway pop. It's going to be super awesome. We'll give you a little bit of before, a little bit of after, and we'll get a little aerial shot of it from the drone. So first, let's give you a little overview of what we have here. So there are wheels in the front that help to level this machine, and right up underneath here is the drum, and this drum basically rotates and rolls. We'll start the tractor up here in just a minute and you'll get to see all of that. It's driven by a hydraulic pump right here, and the hydraulic pump goes through a series of valves. Now there's a shifter lever right here which will adjust it to go forward or backwards. So basically you'll see me adjusting this throughout the video, and the way this works, you can crank this up or crank it down for your depth. Now we have it set to a depth of about 2 inches. It digs in a little bit less as it comes this way, and a whole lot better as it backs out that way. Now a lot of people have said things about having to back up with the Ventrac machine. Now if you use a tractor, or if you use any kind of farm equipment, you know you have to look back, you have to work it backwards, you just have to do that. That's just part of working with equipment like this. So what we're going to do is drop it in, and we're going to fix up this driveway. You can see all this grass and mess right in here. We've got a hoe laid out to mark where the edge of the driveway is going to be, and we're going to work it all the way over here, and then we're going to square it off. Now in case you guys are new to the channel and you've never seen this tractor, or if you've just never seen this tractor before, this is called a Ventrac. They are made in the USA, made in Orrville, Ohio. It's an articulating tractor. In other words, it bends in the middle, the front wheels don't steer, the whole tractor kind of folds. It rides really smooth, and you see it has 8 tires, and the reason it has 8 tires is because it can mow very, very steep embankments, get up and down around ponds and stuff like that. And we have about 5 or 6 different attachments. A bush hog attachment, a brush cutter attachment, a stump grinder, a tiller, a bucket, all sorts of fun stuff. And we use this all the time on the farm. I've had it for 1 year, well, not even a year, probably about 7 months, and we put about 250 hours on it. We mow all of our pastures, and our pasture land is right here behind us with this Ventrac. So it's a 24.8 horsepower Kubota diesel engine in here. We're gonna fire it up and get to work. guys, as you can see, the power rake has turned up all the grass that was once in here, and we're getting down to the old gravel. In other words, we're saving money because we're pulling up that old gravel. Now we're gonna run down, we're gonna get the landscape rake, hook it up, and then dress all this up. All right, now if you haven't seen this, this is the landscape rake right here, and it moves this way and that way, so side to side, and it scoops and or drags. So we've got a bit of a hump of gravel, and you can see that the power rake left some ridges or windrows, I would call them. We're gonna knock those windrows off. It's gonna take us about probably 5 minutes to dress all this up with the landscape rake, so we'll get busy on that. Well, guys, look, what an awesome job we did. What do you think?
I really appreciate that, Josh.
Yeah.
It looks good.
No problem, man. I bet you didn't know you had 4 or 5 loads of gravel buried up under the ground there, huh?
All that grass I did.
Well, you still might have to get a rake out here. You might put that fellow over there to work. His grandson lives with him. Might put him to work a little bit, raking out a little grass, but man, it really did a great bang-up job. Got enough room now to park 2 cars and not be in the way anymore like it used to be, and not worry about mud, and that's it. Guys, if you didn't recognize that car back there in the background, that's the one we just did the headlight restoration on, so pretty cool. Guys, I want to send a big thank you out to Ventrac, and you know, neighbors helping neighbors, that's what it's all about, ain't it?
I'd like to thank you.
Good country living.
And, it looks good.
One day you'll know about this guy, because we're gonna do some Doodle's tall tales. We call him Doodle, and he's got some stories, man. Your grandpa and you and your dad used to maintain the farm that we have.
All this in here.
Y'all were the caretakers.
Yep.
Nice.
I lived after 53 years.
You didn't pick up enough rocks.
I picked up my part of them.
No doubt. Well, guys, thanks a lot. Doodle needed a little work on his driveway. I saw it about a year ago, and we finally got it worked out. So thanks a lot for joining us here on the Stony Ridge Farm. A little bit of off the farm, helping a neighbor. Good stuff. The honey badger did a great job. Got a little bit of raking to do to pick up some grass, but man, tripled the size of his driveway. Super cool. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you next time on the Stony Ridge Farm, and we're gonna get Doodle to do the woo.
Woo!
Woo! See y'all next time.
In the land of the free.